Oh, what a day, what a day, what a day. What a lovely day. Oh, hey, that's me. Yeah? Alright, well, I'm live. Like an hour and a half late, live. Doesn't matter. It's probably isn't going to be a long show. I'm just in and out and running and a lot of things going on. A lot of junk in the fire. Oh, you're just looking at my overhead. I thought you were looking at me. Oh, me and the Emperor. There we go. Um, so yeah, just apologizing for not doing a show yesterday and trying to get a show in today that is worthy of something, anything. So I'm going to do some painting today. By the way, I'm Christian. This is the Eternal Chronicles. This is a late, a truncated episode that may get interrupted because there may be a knock at the door. And I have to go in and take care of something. I'm being held hostage by delivery people. We all know what that's like, right? So, yeah. So, how about I do some painting? What am I going to paint? So, when I set out for November, I was all pumped coming out of October. And I wanted to keep painting Rogue Trader stuff. And then I painted some Rogue Trader stuff, and I'm still painting some Rogue Trader stuff. But all of a sudden, new hot plastic Space Marines kind of like came into my life, and I was like, oh no. And they just kind of fell in my lap, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I need to deal with that. So, and that has to do with my Space Marine Mantis Warriors for Ninth Edition 40k, or I started them in 8th edition, but they're a current army for the current game, as opposed to painting 30-year-old lead models for a game that very few people still play, or are able to play with, period accurate miniatures. Not that I'm being super strict on being period accurate. And when I get to sort of phase 2 of my orc army, that will really become apparent. So yeah, so I don't think anyone's watching. And I think I'm just going to paint, because this is what we do here on the Eternal Chronicles. So I'm going to zoom in my overhead here so we can see what is going on. Hey, there's some nice Japanese Mr. Tool clippers. Really nice, high quality clippers. Um, if you need such things as high quality clippers. So what I was actually working on, I was doing this early this morning. Just sort of. And what is this guy going to be armed with? Well, he's going to have this big power axe, but it's not going to be a power axe. It's actually just going to be a thunder hammer. I had some tack so that I could stick this all together. My daughter has a bad habit of taking my blue tack and then it just disappears somewhere. So at some point, I'm going to find like a mother load of blue tack. Actually, there's a lot in that head there, but we can stick that on, and you'll see, just so you can sort of see what that looks like. And imagine the axe head gone, and imagine the haft here cut down. Although I kind of like it, I don't like this big giant thing sticking out of it. So, and I'm just trying to source the correct hammer head for this guy. So this guy's going to be a veteran sergeant leading my close combat intercessors for my Mantis Warriors Space Marine Army in the 9th edition of Warhammer 40,000. There we go. Yeah, so that's what I was fidgeting with this morning. But what I was painting, I sort of started to paint this. I think on the stream Tuesday, I said I was going to paint the space punk, and I still want to paint the space punk. I'm not sure where he disappeared to. But in the meantime, I put blue on her because I was looking at this model, and this is the other space punk. So maybe this episode will just be titled Christian Paints a Space Punk. Where did the other space punk go? I took him out so that I could paint him, and now he has gone walkabout. He probably got put back into the case. But anyways, I'm going to paint her. So I was looking at this model and I was like, this is really cool. What does she kind of remind me of? And this is what inspired the blue, um, because she kind of reminds me of a judge, like a 2000 AD Judge Dredd judge, Mega City Judge. Even though totally the head is, but I'm just saying her uniform here. I like her nice little las gun, and she's got the headset, and I'm pretty sure that her base tab says Punk Girl or Space Punk or something like that. But anyways, I'm gonna paint her, and you're gonna watch, or not. So I'm gonna do her shoulder pads. I was gonna do them gold like a judge's would be, but I actually think I'm gonna do them like yellow. So I'm gonna pull out everyone's favorite color, mustard yellow. I seem to use a very limited palette when I'm painting on stream these days. I seem to be using the same paints over and over and over again, and I don't know if that's just because of the happenstance of whatever it is that I'm doing. I guess that's what it would be. There's the brush. Oh, probably should have fixed my water bottles, my water pots. So, and I'm just going to do this really thin, because this will require 2 coats, because I'm going just straight to the yellow. But what I'm going to do after that is wash it, but I just want to make sure that, well, yeah, we'll do the little under one as well. And then we'll do the other shoulder. So yeah, it's just been kind of a hectic week for me, and have not been able to get. Well, yesterday was just a day that I needed. Today I'm just being held hostage. Yeah, see that blue and yellow. Blue and yellow always look good together. I'll go back over here, put on the second coat. There we go, I got some shoulder pads. So if there we go. You know anything about Judge Dredd? I'm going to do her gloves and boots green. That's right. And I'm going to use this Tuft Green, which is another Reaper Master Series paint, which you see me use a lot of on this channel. So, yeah. Sorry, just get the back of my arm there. I'll need a bit more paint than that. I almost feel like I need like a palette cam. We have like, so I got picture in picture and then another picture in picture somewhere else on the screen of just my palette. You can watch me put paint on my palette. I don't know how exciting that actually, that may not be a very good idea, but yeah. All right, so gloves green. Woo, there's a lot of paint on that brush. There we go. One glove, and then the other glove. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, you guys will hear that for sure. So there's the gloves, and then we'll do the boots. And she's got like one big knee pad here, so we'll hit that with the green as well. Her other knee's a little bit, it's like a smaller knee pad. It's a cool model. And some big green boots. Oops. Yeah, I haven't painted the top rims of the boots because I'm not sure. Excuse me. I like her little comms backpack here. I like how it's actually like a backpack. Alright. Oh, and that elbow pad. Should get that as well. This brush is in rough shape. I might have to break out a new brush. That may be something exciting you guys get to see for the first time. It's me opening up a brush package and extracting a brand new brush. And then you guys can keep track of how long it takes me to turn it into a brush that looks like this. Alright. Yeah. This may be a very truncated show today, only because I do also have to pick up my kid from school at some point. Nope. Yeah, what was it? I've got a couple of choices here. This is what? Oh, that's a 3. That's huge. Oh, do I have a 2? A 1? What's this? This is a new brush. This is a 3. It's a little too big. C'est la vie. Alright, so I'm going to wash the... see, I already washed the blue. I'm going to wash the yellow, but I'm going to add a bit more blue under here to fix my boo-boo, my error. And then I'm going to... you know what, that yellow could actually use one more coat. I don't even know if I did a second coat. I'd have to go back and watch the replay. I may not have actually even put the second coat on this. I think I got distracted with lights. No. All right. wash that green, I'm going to use Thonian Camo Shade. This is, it's very, well, I like it because it's camo, so it's kind of browny and muted. It gives things a natural look, like using like another green wash might make it look a little too wintergreen, a little too, you know, woodland greened, too lush. You want something that's gonna, I mean, if I'm doing boots and gloves over this, yeah, see, that's perfect. Definitely softer. We'll get this elbow pad as well. And the gloves. Bling, bling, bling. All right. Now we can do that yellow. And the yellow I'm going to wash with, where is it? Soft light. Let's do it. Sepia, Seraphim Sepia. Bryce Burley. Hey Bryce, how's it going? This is my my, like, I forgot to this is my makeup stream. Let's call it that. I've just been really sort of distracted lately, and with just cause, of course. How you doing, man? You're collecting Rogue Trader models now? That's brilliant. Let me know what you have. I actually found some more stuff today. Not some of it's Rogue Trader, but I don't have arms for it. So I've got some plastic. I've got a plastic Necromunda Scavy, but I need arms for him. I've got a plastic Titan Crew guy, but I need arms for him. And I've got a bunch of squats, like the armless squats that I need plastic arms for, but I have some squat plastic arms for some reason. So I've got some squats that will be joining her on Logan's World whenever that's able to happen. But dude, I'm so hyped that you're that anyone out there is trader stuff, so I wish I never got rid of my squats. Yeah, I used to have some of like the really early squats. I had some of the, even like I had a few of the Bob Ollie squats as well, and really cool models. I miss that. Like, and we never got squats after second edition. Well, we never got squats in second edition. They were there, but not really. We never got a codex out of them. I think it all came down to the name. I think they regretted the name. They were like, we could have called them like, I don't know, Stuntatrons or something stupid, right? You got to come up with what's a space dwarf? What's a good name? Like Eldar is perfect. Eldar is perfect. You know, Orc. It's interchangeable. One's with a K. I never liked the fact that they dropped space from Space Orc, and just made it Orcs. And they did that in 3rd edition. Oh no, wait, 2nd edition. The 2nd edition Codex is just called Codex Orcs, isn't it? Yeah, see? It's Orcs with a K, Orcs with a C. I don't know. Orcs don't know how to spell, so it doesn't really matter, right? Doesn't matter if I can or not. But at least when you're talking about space orcs, you know what you're talking about. You're talking about orcs with bolters in space. You're not talking about orcs, you know, fighting Empire. Should we do her webbing? I'm just going to look at my Judge Dredd action figure. Just like, Like, oh yeah, what? There we go. So I guess I got to do her belt webbing and stuff. These are really cool. Yeah. Dread. Most amount of money I've ever spent on an action figure, and I wouldn't recommend it ever again. It's one of those things that as soon as I bought it and took it out of the package and was like, immediate buyer's remorse. I was like, oh. But got him now. He's pretty cool. He's a pretty cool figure, but all right. So I'm going to do a bit more green here. Oops. So I'm going to do her belt and her webbing, so her gear and equipment. I'm going to do it in the same green. I'll probably do it leather, but I kind of want to balance out green a bit more on the model. And also because Judge Dredd's webbing is green. It means this big backpack thing up here is going to be green too, which I don't really have a problem with. Because it does look like it's, yeah. I don't have a problem with that. And I guess we could do it something different. Probably black. Make those rash decisions. Split last second decision. Yeah, whatever, we'll go with the green. And if it looks funky, you can always just paint over it. I have no idea what they're doing out there, but it sounds like they're like crunching something. Crunch. Just landscaping. I guess they're preparing everything for winter or whatever. Whatever it is that they do. Sure seems like they do it a lot more these days than they used to. So, heard rumors, not sure if they're true. Battlefleet might be coming back. If Battlefleet Gothic came back, it would be something contemporary. They wouldn't bring back Battlefleet Gothic. They would bring back like Battlefleet Indomitus, right? And it would be Ultramarines like Robo Gilman's fleet versus whatever the alien du jour, Xenos threat, Chaos du jour is. So it could be like a Necron fleet. That would actually be really cool if they brought Battlefleet Gothic back in that way. And it's like, so here you can now play some fleet battles with your Necrons and your Ultramarines that you bought in the starter set, right? Because they're like, that's like the current theme, whereas in 8th edition the theme was kind of Death Guard, because it's whoever's fighting the Ultramarines, right? So we've had 2nd edition, we had Ultramarines. Well, it wasn't Ultramarines, but you could paint all Ultramarines. I think they were Ultramarines. I mean, they were whatever you wanted them to be, but generally they were Ultramarines. Ultramarines versus Orcs. And then in the 3rd edition box set, it was actually Black Templars versus Dark Eldar. 4th edition was Space Marines versus Gene Stealers. Yeah, that was the one that came with the cool little ruined shuttle, right? That was the 4th edition set. 5th edition, I know 6th edition was the Dark Angel Chaos one, which is actually a really cool starter. What was the 5th edition starter? Or maybe I'm getting 4th and 5th mixed up. No, there was one that was just Gene Stealers. Oh no, it was Orcs again. Right? Yes. 5th edition was Orcs again, because that's where you got the gyrocopters, right? That was the only place you could get gyrocopters, was in that starter. And they came with those knobs and stuff. I don't know. And then 6th edition, Dark Angels, and then 7th edition, what was the 7th edition starter set? It was the same one. It was the Dark Angels one, because they didn't do it because 7th edition was so close to 6th. And then 8th edition, we got Primaris Marines, which are Ultramarines versus Death Guard. And now 9th edition, we have Ultramarines. So it's Ultramarines for like all but 2 editions. But it's always Marines. So 3rd edition, where it was Black Templars. And then 6th edition, where it was Dark Angels. But other than that, it's always been Ultramarines versus someone else in the starter box. So yeah. There we go. So we'll throw some wash up on that as well. That's some of that camo shade. So this may be, as I was showing off at the top of the show. I don't know if anyone was actually even watching. I don't even know if anyone's watching right now. No, well, I assume Bryce is watching. And I can see that there's at least one other person silently watching. So if you're that other person that's not Bryce, why don't you say hi in the chat? Doo-doo. There we go. All right. So we'll leave that. So yeah, next week I might start splitting things up between painting a Rogue Trader model on one day and then painting a contemporary Space Marine something or other on the other day, because that's sort of where my head's at right now in terms of my hobby focus. Is the Rogue Trader models are like these great little like snacks because they're real simple and they're generally they paint up quick and they're relaxing because there's not a lot of complexity to these models to really concern yourself with, right? And so as a result, they're almost like these perfect little bite-sized chunks of just getting some paint on. In between the bigger, more the projects that really require a lot more of your time and diligence because they're bigger projects. You don't need to go up there. You can stay down here. We're working on you. And by that I mean I'm talking about like painting these, which I do want to do, which I might do on stream. I'm gonna paint my Bozukus on stream. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Bozuko. I should look it up. Just give me a second here. Bosozuko. Bosozoku. Bosozoku. I'll throw it up in the chat there. You can tell me how that's Bosozoku. So they're like the outlawed Japanese biker gangs, and that's how I'm gonna paint and stylize up my Outrider jet bikes. Outrider jet bikes. Why weren't they jet bikes, Games Workshop? You made their rhinos fly. You made their Land Raiders fly. Bikes, no, you're still on wheels. Maybe it's because there are no more jet bikes, and the only ones who actually have any jet bikes are the Dark Angels have one, and then and then the Custodians. Yeah, the Custodians, they got lots of jet bikes. I'm not a fan of the Custodes in the 40K lore, as it were. So, sorry, I'm getting distracted by the door here. I may end up having to just cut this stream today. I wasn't even going to do a stream, and then I felt like, well, I got to do something, because I didn't do one yesterday, so I felt obligated to. Shouldn't feel obligated to, but I do. But unfortunately, I think hey, I think I'm not going to. I think I got to stop because, yeah, there's something going on outside. So I'm going to cut it there. So thanks for this very, very truncated half an hour show. Hey, you got a half hour. It's better than no hour, right? So yeah, thanks for watching this bizarre stream that I'm sure this one is. And I will see you tomorrow. Same flippity flop, the thing. Same orc timing, same orc channel. See you on the flippity flop. If you're watching this this stream in replay, if you're watching the stream in the future, this is the weird one where I was totally distracted and unable to perform. But I did paint some shoulder pads and some knee pads and some boots and gloves. So. Anyways, until tomorrow, I'm Christian. Noon tomorrow, definitely. So noon is usually my absolute time there, Bryce. It's just this week's been kind of crazy. So I'm going to try, but I will be here tomorrow noon for sure. And we'll have what we used to call back in the day a bankable session. I don't know. So, yeah, until then, I'm Christian from the Chronicles.